Iwanan ko na lang.
So, good day po, Doc. Here I present to you my research presentation. And so let's go to the title. So the title is Therapeutic Efficacy of Pithecellobium Dulce, or known as Camachile as Anti-Fungal Intox. As we move, here the chapter 1, the problem and its background. The rationale. So, dogs are susceptible to several types of infectious diseases. Can be worrisome for their owners because some of them are fatal if not treated soon enough. So, bacterial and fungal infections can be contracted through different parts of the body. So, um, yung bacterial and fungal infection, pwede siyang makita sa iba't ibang parts ng body. At itong sakit na to is, konti lang siya, minimal lang. Mas marami ang range, pero if it is not treated soon enough, well, it will cause to death. That's the fatal one. So, yan. Furthermore, many of them are zoonotic. Zoonotic means infection among humans and animals. Yan. So, the signs and the signs of any disease typically depend on location of infection, either local infection or systemic infection. So, what is local infection? It usually involves the skin surface. The skin surface that looks like wounds and swellings. Maybe appear firm or soft and maybe contain discharges. And these discharges depend on consistency and color, maybe varying from watery to thick with different color, while systemic infection depends on affected organ that notice signs such as coughing, sneezing, diarrhea, lost appetite, and loss of weight. So the majority of households keep dogs for many purposes in their life. So let's move to the next. And so fungal spores present in the air and soil. So it transmitted between humans or animals, which is zoonotic, and contribute to severe diseases in over 300 million people at all ages. So according to reports, Pithecellobium dulce has medicinal qualities such as anti-diabetic, abortifacient, which means a substance that induces or causing an abortion, and locomotor, free radical scavenging, protease inhibitor, anti-inflammatory, anticonvulsant, anti-ulcer, anti-venom in some of research. There's a research that it can cure, no, it cannot cure, but it can prevent venom, antifungal, and oxidative. Yan. So this study will be conducted to make a new innovation of antifungal therapeutic plant medicine using Pithecellobium dulce, or known as Camachile, in dogs. So what is the objectives of the study? So, this study aims to know the effectiveness, right? The effectiveness of using Camachile as an antifungal in dogs. First is to evaluate the use, and it can be taken naturally or natural oral administration, which is um, kakainin mo, kakainin mo yung mismong part ng um, can be the fruit or kahit anong part doon na kung ano yung mas mas malakas or mas effective para mas makagaling ng fungal infection, or and to provide an alternative there for dogs with fungal infection, and to prove if Camachile can be eaten by dogs. I do some research about it. Na if I asked I asked some of doctors if Camachile can be eaten by dogs, and um, well their answer was they don't know, or like that. So I'm here going to prove if it can be eaten. Next is the definition of terms. So, Pithecellobium dulce, yeah, that's the scientific name of Camachile. Natural constituent, it's an unprocessed chemical that is found in nature. So, pathogens. Pathogens, it is a bacterium or virus or other microorganisms that can cause disease. Pathogens um, causes a disease. Additives, it pertains to a substance added to something in small quantities to improve or preserve it. Alternative, it is something that is different from something else, especially from what is usual, and offering the possibility of choice. Feeds is it refers to food given to domestic animals, especially livestock, in the course of animal husbandry. Extracting, it is to obtain a substance from something by special method. So let's move to the chapter 2. The RRL, or review of related literature and studies. And so, here is the Pithecellobium dulce components. Catechol, a notable type of tannin compound which is present in the bark. Quercetin, amphezyline, camphorol, and dulcitol were identified from the leaf extract of Pithecellobium dulce. Its fruits contains phenols, flavonoids, saponins. The phenolic and flavonoids have a hydroxyl functional group that possess radical scavenging and ability to prevent oxidative damage. So what is saponins? Saponins are toxic chemicals that protect healthy plants from insect, fungal, and bacterial pathogens. So, um, phytochemicals, nandiyan. So, yan. Ito, let's move. The next part is the Petrosolovium dulce parts. So, the different parts of the plant's extracts were reported to contain several bioactive phytocompounds. So, phytocompounds are phytochemicals, yan, so such as flavonoids, saponins, tannins, alkaloids, etc. Yeah, it is to resist bacteria or fungi, virus, yes, um, phenols, um, it is, it is the, ay, wait, it is the Yan. Natural products discovered so far served as a viable source for new drugs. Over the past few years, continued and perpetual attention of people has been paid to medicinal plants in connection with its remarkable importance in drug discovery. Plant products always remain a drug of choice for the identification of novel leads despite facing a tough competition from existing synthetic alternatives derived from combinatorial chemistry, owing their efficacy, side effects, and safety. So let's move to the next part. Camachile in animals. So, fruit peel study evaluated the effect of Pithecellobium dulce peel in isopretanol, iso, induced myocardial infarction in adult male Wistar rats. Iso-induced MI in rats showed increase in marker enzymes. So what is marker enzymes? It is the blood test to measure the level of a specific enzyme. Pre-treatment, PD fruit peel extract positively altered the activities of marker enzymes and biochemical parameters in iso-induced rats. As I've researched po, um, ito lang po yung nakita ko na um, Camachile na um, research or sa laboratory na inano siya, in-experiment. Then let's move to the chapter 3, the methodology. Methodology. So, the method of research used. Random sampling will be used in the study. Three, spe- three specially selected dogs located in San Ildefonso, Bulacan will be used. Three infected dogs with fungal infection will undergo three different processes using Pithecellobium dulce or Camachile through oral, food additives, and leaf extraction. Yan. So the research materials are dogs with fungal infection will be used in the study. The Pithecellobium dulce can be extracted or powdered or eaten depending on the efficacy of the product. And the scalpel, the blender, microscope, glass slides, notebook, ballpen, gloves, and other materials that will be used while conducting this activity. So next is research procedures. So this will be the method, how to process and how to identify. So first is the scrapping. The dog skin will be scrapped and undergo true microscope examination. The next is the preparing of camachile. The camachile will be selected carefully. And the last one is the administration of camachile. There will be three procedures of administration. So let me explain it. Next is the oral, which is the natural way to um, evaluate or to prove the effectiveness of this medicinal plant, and the leaf extract. Excuse me. Powdered and food additives. So I'm um, I'm just starting. I'll just um, choose here what's the most effective way to prove if the kamachile is the is best medicine for this kind of infection. So there's a three boxes every processes, and this will be 3 months. The first dog, the second dog, and the third dog. Actually, as I researched, the to prove the effectiveness, it is considered as 4 weeks, 4 to 12 weeks to prove if the dog will be